What's good, people? It's your boy AnimeAnalyst, aka the Young Jiggy Ninja, and with the latest episode of Boruto, we saw a lot of Urashiki action, and with that being said, I decided this would be a great time to make a video analyzing the role of Urashiki in Boruto and some of his new abilities that we saw in the latest episode. So let's get it. The first thing I want to touch on is Urashiki's role in the Boruto series. So essentially, this character was originally drawn and written in by Kishimoto for Boruto the movie, but due to constraints on time and things in that nature, they had to basically cut him out the Boruto movie. So in the anime, they decided, okay, let's put this guy in and let's see how he changes up the flow. The anime is already changing up the flow with all the different things they're doing, and I just think it's amazing how they're going more in depth and kind of developing the characters more, etc. The anime is awesome. So with that being said, let's take a look at that boy Urashiki. So Urashiki is essentially the brains of the Otsutsuki squad that was sent to Earth. He specializes in investigation, as said by himself, and he has been collecting information on various high-level ninja that inhabit Earth. He was even said to have witnessed the event where Toneri and Naruto had their clash. He's said to have basically took notes on the entire thing, and he is aware of everything that went on. So basically, this man been at the crib, wherever he was in another dimension, just chilling back, is eating popcorn. But this man got like S-rank investigation skills. He was even aware that Chojuro's main weapon, the twin sword, was not with him when they were fighting. So that means my boy on some Sherlock Holmes type shit. Like, my boy has the monocle. You might as well get this man a monocle. Had this man got the telescope. Like, you might as well have Urashiki like in the Otsutsuki dimension with a telescope, just sitting back looking at oh, I actually leaned back in my chair, that's why you couldn't hear me, but actually leaning back looking at all the shit happening on Earth. So also, when you dig deeper and actually look at the writing of the series and how the character was written, Urashiki really fits the character archetype of the intelligent guy in the group. So these characters are usually the weakest out of the group, but they are the most skilled characters in that particular group. So this very much lines up, considering that Urashiki labeled Momoshiki and Kenshiki as his higher ups, and he's basically doing stuff to assist those guys with their end goals. So he's very much a kind of support-ish character that's just supporting the grand scheme of what his other partners are doing. So with their level, these characters, these intelligent guy characters, with their level of intelligence, they assist the less smart team members carry out plans, and that's going to be, in this case, Momoshiki and Kenshiki. So this very much balances out the Otsutsuki group by putting a character that is really crafty into the mix, that has a lot of intel on Earth, and he very much has an unorthodox fighting style that revolves around evading and using surprise tactics against the opponent. So it really switches up the flow. I would say, especially, I'm predicting when they have that huge fight in the other dimension where the Kage are versing the Otsutsuki. So you're pretty much gonna see Urashiki giving the other Kage trouble and making sure that they don't get to meddle around with the actual main guys, Kenshiki and Momoshiki. I don't know if Urashiki's gonna escape, because he's kind of an escape artist. He's that type of character, so that might play into, we might see him later in the Boruto series, because he might escape while Kenshiki and Momoshiki actually stay and get defeated, but we really don't know. But he really fits the mold of that intelligent guy character that's really just crafty and tricky and uses different surprise tactics to catch the opponents off guard, because he definitely did that with Gaara, considering the Chakra rod technique that he has. So with that being said, let's touch on the new abilities that Urashiki has demonstrated in these latest episodes. So let's talk about the Chakra rod and the gourd that that Urashiki possesses. So he has the ability to use a Chakra fishing rod that is able to pierce most defenses. Like, it went straight through Gaara's sand defense and hook people's chakra away. Like, when the rod connects, it seems like the chakra also kind of like glows back. Like, it seems like something is being like absorbed. Like, I feel like it glows a different type of way when it actually connects with the chakra and then he's trying to reel it in. So when the chakra is absorbed and reeled in, when the chakra is on the end of the hook, it actually takes a very distinct shape when it is shown on Urashiki's hook, and it reminds me of how the souls look from the anime Soul Eater. So it could be a reference to Soul Eater, how this kind of looks like a ball with a kind of like squiggly type of flamey thing at the top. So it kind of gave me them Soul Eater vibes, so that might be a shout out to Soul Eater or something along those lines. But I just found that cool how it looks. And to further show how basically crazy this technique is, he is able to store their chakra in his gourd and use the technique that the owner of that chakra uses. So he was able to use Gaara's sand techniques after he had basically fished out Gaara's chakra, and then he was able to use Mitsuki's lightning style techniques after he absorbed Mitsuki's chakra. So I was thinking that this man might try to utilize or try to add Sage chakra into the mix, considering that he was stating how amazing Mitsuki's Sage chakra was, and he said it was dangerous, he didn't want to let him use that, and he was saying how that our techniques don't possess this type of power. So this is basically insinuating that the Otsutsuki don't really know how to utilize nature energy and incorporate that into their techniques because he's so intrigued by it. So that is definitely a kind of funny thing to look at, because he was looking at Sage chakra like it was so interesting. But with that being said, let's move on to the main thing that most people were probably like, oh my gosh, you're gonna say that when Urashiki activates the Rinnegan. It wasn't a big surprise, but Urashiki, when he was basically in a pinch against Chojuro and Gaara, he activated his Rinnegan to be able to escape from this water technique that they entrapped him in. So the Otsutsuki, they really have Byakugan, Rinnegan, they all have a whole bunch of like ocular techniques that they're able to activate, and it's kind of weird. I don't know, but I don't know specifically what he did to escape with his Rinnegan. I don't know if he like absorbed a bit of it to kind of escape, or if he like used it to use his space-time ninjutsu, the one that Kaguya uses. But his Rinnegan is red in color, and it has tomoes that resemble Sasuke's Rinnegan. So could there be a connection between Sasuke's Rinnegan and Urashiki's Rinnegan? Could it get touched on more, like exactly what the tomoes represent? Is that why he's able to travel through dimensions and stuff like that? Because I know Sasuke's, when his Rinnegan is recharging, he's not able to jump through dimensions, and the tomos disappear when they are charged down. So it's definitely interesting to see them actually add new stuff onto the mix in terms of expanding on this third character that we didn't see originally in the movie. So it's really cool. Overall, Urashiki aims to make the Chunin exams arc more interesting by giving the shinobi a more crafty opponent, a more strategic opponent who can really turn the tide of the battle by creating distractions and, like I said earlier, using just unorthodox things to throw people off. So I really am, it makes me want to watch more when I see Urashiki on screen, just because we don't know really what he's gonna do, and he's kind of a jokey character. So definitely looking to see more of Urashiki. He also has that dragon technique, Palace of the Dragon King technique, that allows him to petrify an opponent for like 10,000 years or something like that. So that's also a cool technique that he uses. I hope to see more of him in the battle that they have against all the Kages. So if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed my analysis, anything didn't realize or whatever, leave a like, subscribe. Look forward for more Boruto content. It's your boy AnimeAnalyst, Young Jiggy Ninja. We out this bitch. Peace.